So welcome back to the second video in our series where I'll show you how to add new patient demographic information and address information. So we're back at our login screen. So if you log into the web application, we're back to our main user interface. So again, the way we want to always start out is we want to go to our search field and we want to search for the information that we're after. So in this case, since we're going to add new demographic information, we want to go down to the very bottom here in the Basic Info tab, and there's an Add New Demo Info button. Now, if we click that, you'll see that all of these fields in the Basic Info tab become active. Now this is where we can type in information about the individual who we're speaking to on the phone or that we are about to screen. So this person, his name is Test Rower, who happens to be a male, born on January 1st, 1970. An ethnicity is white Caucasian. And we have an email for our test subject. And once we finish entering all the information that we have, we simply click Save. And when we do that, the information gets stored in the database. Now what we have to do then is we want to add an address for this person as well. So we click the address tab, you'll see that there's nothing there. Now the reason there's nothing there is because we don't have anything selected in our search grid. So most of the panels that you'll see are going to be blank until something is selected in one of the search grids. So if we go back up to our search area and we search for that person we just added, we'll see they pop up in our search grid. Now if we click their information, we'll see it down here in the Basic Info. And now if we click the Address tab, we'll see that we also have a bunch of fields as well. And at the bottom, if you click this Add New Address button, it's going to activate these fields so we can add a new address for the person that we have highlighted in our search grid. So if I click that now, the fields become activated, and now we can select our address type. We can check the box if it's their mailing address, put in their street name, city, state, which is also a drop-down. So you can either click the arrow and select it, or if you simply start typing it in, it's going to already start filtering that list for you to save you some time. And once we have that information entered, again, we can just simply click Save. And now it's going to show up in the address grid. Now the reason this has a grid is because we could have multiple addresses for this individual. And every address we add is going to create a new line here in this grid. So for example, if this person had a work address that we also wanted to add, we could add that as well. And if we click Save, you'll see that now we have a second entry in our grid. So if we click the home entry, you'll see their information for their home address here. Click the work entry, you'll see the information for their work address. Or if you go back to the Basic Info tab, you'll see all their basic information. Now if you ever need to change this, for example, if the person gave you their cell phone number, then since you have that individual selected in your grid, and you're editing their basic information, you simply go down to the Edit Demo Info button. And now it's going to reactivate those fields again for you, so you can go to the field that you need and enter the additional information that you were given, or change the information that might be incorrect. And click Save. And now the database has been updated to reflect that information. So if we're finished and we were searching for some other people during the day and eventually we want to go back to this individual, if we search for them again in our search field, click Search, we see the results show up in our results grid. Now if we click it, again back in the Basic Info tab, it's going to populate with all the most up-to-date information. And clicking the Address tab, we're going to see that subject's addresses. So the information is always going to be in the database, and you can go back to it at any time to update, add, or change any information that's already there. So that's it for the second video. In the third video, I'm going to show you how to screen a subject for a study or multiple studies.